wanted to drive by and haven't heard word from him. And he said he was coming tonight, so I don't know.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
I gotta get tired.
It's Thursday night, please.
What?
I was bored.
Yeah.
Thursday night live?
Yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah, usually works up better.
Yeah.
Phil?
Start with one word, with one letter. Don't use the other name, so people can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it.
All right, I'm trying to figure out how to get everybody on the line.
Don't worry. Time rather, stone rather, they say, you know, not using stone rather than time rather. Hang out together.
I was gonna ask you.
Pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, not right now.
My children, you're gonna add in a little singing in the skit.
But I told him I
And
had
then, I'm gonna teach him how to sing in the another way.
Blackstock.
Yeah. Another dark side.
I wanna hear that.
Come Monday, it'll be alright. I'll be holding you tight.
Yeah, you know, that's what we do. That's how we roll. We hold it tight. You know, we're like up in here. You know. That's how we-
After 4 lonely days
Oh.
in brown hay.
We're all exactly brown what?
You can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting up there tonight?
Are you kidding?
Oh.
I'm stage fright.
You say what?
I can't even talk in front of people.
There you go.
We'll get him up there if we can get some of the pins. He may be his pin.
I might. Oh, he is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever's in front of me. It's Thursday night.
All right.
He's gonna get the job done.
Well, she's got what?
Like they had the nuts over in.
I brought him some gold pins. And they're good.
Hey, I can do
Don't worry about it.
It's just because I'm in the hospital, and if you finish, I'm not ready yet. So, and I'm now.
That makes issue.
My children, come on. You can me.
You doubt me?
You can only see his face. You know me too. You know exactly. He's drooling.
She does, echoes before surgery, a woman who. I can't believe what. She had two breast arm as well. One fully formed and fully formed.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, so. Short. Yes.
I'll bring those right over to you.
Yes, absolutely. All you got is that microphone. All you got.
Did he put up the podium for you?
Like I was saying, you know, the warning lights go off and just one of the jobs now, then you come off the stage. Yeah, but I think
You did thanks. You did thanks.
we both
Let me see you.
you know how to shut this down.
That's personal.
That's very.
Totally got
I don't know if it's tough.
I think it's great that Joe's advertising. You know, I mean, I like to see them actually.
You and Brad.
Yeah.
That's all. I used to stay in Manhattan, because I knew the art, that's why. My kids decided to go to Auburn University.
Well, that was
Written sheet.
Celebrate.
Get a liquor license.
Here it's like a $250,000.
Yeah, I know, so. That's what just.
I can see how.
But before you can even apply at the ABC. So I that's what you said to me, you're on the backwater.
Back down.
No, back down.
Those were the first words.
It doesn't.
Sure. And then he informed me that.
Yeah.
Google says something about something,
And,
that
she lived there for a while. So I go visit her, but I don't know, that's why I go back there.
I think it's good.
Oh, you back there? Next up, Fred.
The sheriff was mother, I forgot the word.
You gotta go on back here.
All
You
day,
got the camera and coffee.
everything,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I did watch a little bit of it, like, last week.
Oh.
Or last week, I never been on to the side.
Yeah.
On the YouTube side, and all the videos.
I've not.
Yeah, and you can download the comments, well, not the workshop part, but.
She was happy about that pepper now.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
She done going with that.
Left and ran off with it.
Well, I grew up. Most.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Who raised it up?
So,
You know.
Thank you very much. Ah, I see, yeah, it's all coming together for me. Right. Is that right? You are connected to it.
Yeah, they were so smart.
She's really strung out there, got serious for a while with this show. She's an actor.
Worship Sunday night, wow.
The Pink Floyd or something.
Yeah, like the upper seat.
Oh, no.
You wake up in the morning, how many more years?
That would be nice. Happy New
Could you hand this to
This is great.
that young lady over there? And then I'm gonna make another one, and we're gonna make them one at a time. Thank you.
Sure.
I'm taking this costume she has on.
All right, she's on her way.
Thank you very much. Doing great.
Yeah, tell her to wait. Got one more coffee to make. Could you get me a glass of tea? Could you make me an ice water, please? You guys, please
I was in the bathroom and she came out. So she's available. Because she was coming
No,
out.
I would need.
This one?
It's ice water.
Yeah, that would be a little. Wow.
Okay, who's got the nice sweater?
First take.
First team.
Just wait till I finish.
Do you want Candace to start off while you're doing this stuff?
No, can we just wait just to make this one coffee? I mean,
Is that what you order some? Let me get this. Do you like anything? Oh, see, they, okay, one at a time, he did his phone about your hands, special like that. You want me to put it here for you?
That'd be great.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's how we roll, you got that right. Special. Hold on one sec. Let me make one more coffee.
I'm thinking about maybe taking a bus and making whether.
I
would.
You can do it, yeah. You do so well at it, Paul.
This is you, go.
You do well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I have a hard time with it. Much harder.
I wasn't even asking you. I didn't get it. Uh-oh, you do, need help. I can put ice in it for you. You can take it from there. Yeah? Alright. Still special. Would you like anything before you go?
Oh, I have my.
Okay. Let's make sure everybody's all set.
Hey, Steve, is there like a
Sign an
limit
autograph.
of how long?
They won't have a flash.
I don't want to go, okay, if I can go.
You'll know that.
I see you.
I can't come on.
Gotta go.
You probably seen a little bit of everything, though, huh? So you all know the right one. You gonna do something? That's good. Yeah.
Yes, it's on.
It's like, why must be the queue to pay our.
I am.
Every
Yes,
time
exactly how I
but it's like my father's. Wow.
I'm gonna hit it from the 60s.
Crazy.
You know,
I mean, I guess things.
I want to get some.
Of the one from my
It is.
The other and it takes out for a while and then it just like that she's on the phone, so she's on the phone. I'm not basically, if it were. My mom had to do.
I'm glad.
But my dad's side,
Okay.
we have something.
You guys' machine is acting up a little bit. Let me introduce her. She's standing in the door like this, ready to come out. I'll have that in just 1 second.
Love it. I've never seen it like this.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to T-Bone's Hotspot Thursday Night Comedy. We are streaming live to the internet, so if you want people in Wisconsin and Minnesota and Idaho and California and New York and all those places, you know people to see it, this time to go to T-Bone's Hotspot on YouTube and click on the live feed. I got the great pleasure of introducing one of America's funniest ladies. Been with the Second City Comedy Troupe, Last Comic Standing, Jan and Steve, also from Connie Mountain.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Doris Schlockman, and I am married to a total moron. His name is Irving Schlockman.
We've been married 40 years today. Yes, it's our anniversary. But I looked up moron in the dictionary. It says a person of arrested intellectual development whose mentality corresponds with that of a normal child 8 to 12 years of age. And I just thought it meant asshole. Who the hell is he? I don't understand this because he's always following me. I can't go anywhere alone. I bet you that he's texting his secretary Lola, the one with the big torpedo tits. I can't go anywhere alone. Last week, I was in the bathroom in my favorite restaurant, finally alone. I'm in the stall. I write on the wall, Irving Schlockman follows me everywhere. Right underneath it says, I do not. Yeah, so he's an asshole. So I have to tell you about my doctor, Dr. Prober. He's a sex therapist. So I went to Dr. Prober and I said, Dr. Prober, look at me. I don't understand. Irving doesn't pay any attention to me when I go to bed at night. And you can see, Dr. Prober, that I'm a very sensual woman. Yeah, so Dr. Prober, he absolutely loves his job. He told me so. Irving Schlockman, where the hell are you? This man is such a moron. I'm telling you what. Irving, it's your cue, Irving. So, anyway,
Somebody find Irving.
My name is Doris Schlockman, like I was saying. This show is dedicated to my grandson, James. Wow, that sounds like a really nice woman over there. Who is that that's speaking? Welcome to T-Bone's Hotspot tonight. We're really happy to be here. Irving Schlockman. Moron. Person of arrested intellectual development whose mentality corresponds with that of a normal child, 8 to 12 years of age. Asshole. So, Irving Schlockman does follow me everywhere, like I said, and except when I need him to come on stage, he's not here. Yeah, Irving Schlockman. Please, thank you, honey. So where's everybody from? I really don't give a shit. I just kind of make conversation. So you like my new purse? Beautiful. Yeah, I really don't give a shit. Just asking.
I said, we got his walker. He had to get his walker.
Oh, yeah, that man is such a moron.
Irving out there.
Irving Schlockman.
There's not a lot of handicapped accessible areas in this neighborhood. He's trying, he told me to tell you.
Moron.
Take your time,
Probably
Irving.
taking a dump. That's what he's been doing. In the same stall.
That's what he is.
So, thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you
Oh,
are!
goddamn
I've been looking
time.
all over for you.
Oh, my
Where the
God.
hell have
Irving.
you been?
I've been standing here talking to these lovely people.
Holy crap! What is this, another self-help group of yours or what? Oh my God! Jeez, I can't believe it. You're not falling for this crap, are you? I mean, I've been with this woman for over 40 years. This one's off the rocker, I gotta tell you. Oh.
Shut up, asshole. I'm talking to these people about Dr. Prober.
Oh, that was a real treat. Can you believe she took me to a sex therapist's office? I gotta tell you, there's nothing wrong with Irving Schlockman's pork sausage.
Pork sausage. We're Jewish, you idiot.
There's no reason we should have been there in the first place. It's your fat ass. That's the problem.
I may have a fat ass, but at least I have small hands to make your dick look bigger.
Hey! Oh.
So anyway, so Dr. Prober says to me, Doris, he says, you make yourself look nice at night so he pays attention. You fix your hair, you fix your makeup.
Yeah, she puts cold cream on her face and has curlers in her hair. Yeah, that's a treat every guy should fantasize about.
I shaped my chin hairs into a heart shape for you.
Oh, now that's a Kodak moment. The old heat-seeking moisture missile just self-destructed with that. Oh, jeez, see what you do to me, woman?
Moron. So I says to Dr. Prober, I says, okay, no, I'll fix my hair and I'll put some makeup on. He says, now Doris, I have a question. He says, I'm really afraid to ask. He says, but do you have a sexy nightgown?
Oh, here we go. Let's talk about the sexy nightgown.
There is nothing wrong with my nightgown. I've been wearing the same nightgown to bed for years. Okay, it isn't low cut or anything or sexy, but you know what? It's low cut in the front. So Dr. Prober tells me, do this, Doris. Fix your hair, fix your makeup. Take that nightgown, low cut in the back that you wear every night, turn it around so it's low cut in front, and he's gonna know. So I fixed my nightgown, my hair, and stood in the doorway. Irvin, you notice anything different about me?
Yeah, I know. She had shit stains on the front of her nightgown.
So you know what he does? He goes out and buys me a new nightgown. $250 for a sheer piece of nothing. $250. I don't even spend that much on a couch. So I took the money, I took it back and took the money and put it to good use. And I went to bingo at Our Lady of Perpetual Incontinence.
That was a good present. Never again.
Who was talking to you, Warren? So anyway, so I take the money to Perpetual Incontinence, and I said to him, you know what, let's go upstairs and let's fool around.
I told her to pick one. At my age, I don't think I could do both.
Yeah, he definitely can't, let me tell you that. Yeah, so anyway, so I take this nightgown. We never do the nasty with the lights on, so I figured he's not going to know that I don't have it on. So I go upstairs naked. I get under the covers, because again, it's so sheer, he's not going to know. And he comes upstairs and climbs in bed and he starts feeling me around.
And around and around and around. And I jumped out of it and I said, God damn it, Doris. $250 for a nightgown, and you couldn't even iron the wrinkles out of it. Never again.
He was so mad at me. I'm telling you, he handed me 4 D batteries and said, here, go put these in your little toy that I call Clark, and go screw yourself. D batteries, asshole. They put D batteries in a leaf blower. You know nothing about women and their toys. I said, you know what, Irving? I'm going to give you soup or sex. He says, I'll take the soup.
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Well, all you do is fart and belch. If I didn't bitch, I'd blow up.
Now that's a Kodak moment.
Why don't you go get sloshed? This man is an alcoholic. He drinks so much beer that when he farts in bed at night, I get a buzz from it. I get a buzz from it. Yeah. So anyway, our dog, he comes home. We have this dog that we love, and he goes out drinking and comes home and throws up his false teeth in a pile of puke and goes to bed, and our dog finds it while we're sleeping.
But the next day, the dog had a beautiful smile.
He never gets excited or wants to fool around.
I do get excited from time to time.
When I make my meatloaf.
Well, you make great meatloaf.
That's true, I do. And talk about a dud in the bedroom.
Hey, I'm standing right here. Why not? Jeez.
Yeah, you're a dud in the bedroom. Deny it.
I am denying it. Standing right here.
Yeah. So anyway, he's such a dud in the bedroom that I have to fake foreplay because he fakes foreplay. I have to fake orgasms. And you know what else? I cannot blink during foreplay. I can't. There isn't time.
Hey, can't believe it. You know, you're not the only one who can fake an orgasm. You know a guy can fake an orgasm too, huh? You wanna know how?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Just spit on her back.
Oh, Irving, that's disgusting.
Hey.
You know what, Irving? I told him, get some Viagra. He says, can I get it across the counter? I said, I don't know, take two, we'll see.
Hey. That shit don't work. Last time I tried it, I couldn't roll out of bed. Jeez. I should get a lawyer suit.
Oh, don't bother, it won't stand up in court.
Hey.
He's drunk and snoring, always boring, picking at his toes.
You know, she's gained 50 pounds or more and doesn't think it shows. Her Highness lying on the couch at night with a remote in hand.
He tries to cover his bald spot with one greasy strand. He still plays softball at his old age, drinking with his pals.
Shit, I'll tell you what. God, I'll tell you, she belches and kisses me.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a classy gal.
Well,
Hocking over garbage cans and she digs in her nose.
yeah, but you're doing free throws when you do your foul blows. Coffee on his brand new shirt and gravy on his tie.
The stench from her nightgown just makes me want to die. You know, she drinks out of the milk carton. She'll never use a glass.
Yeah, but he picks his ears with his keys. Now there's a man with class. Out there hunting Bambi, he has quite a great big gun.
I think it's a substitute for her tiny one. Mhm.
When I met this man, I thought he was my shining knight. But the closest that he came to was a Portchester wearing tights.
Now, I've been with this loudmouth hag for 40 years today. I think I would have been better off if I would have been just gay.
True. That's true. So we decided we're going to rekindle our youth. And he wants to lose weight. So I put him on a rowing machine, and it sank.
Yeah. She wanted to get a facelift. I told her to take off her bra.
So, you know what we did? We went out and we got tattoos. And why don't you tell them where you got your tattoo, Irving?
Right here on my knick-knack.
Mm-hmm. And why don't you tell them what the tattoo is, Irving?
A $100 bill.
A $100 bill tattooed on his Schlockman. Who in the hell does that?
That way you can stay at home and blow $100 instead of going out the bingo. You know, why don't you tell them where you got your tattoo there, Doris?
On my upper inner thigh.
And what is that tattoo of?
A conch shell.
And why?
So you could put your ear to it and smell the ocean. I love tattoos. I got a tattoo on this leg of Robert Redford. I got a tattoo on this leg of Paul Newman.
And in the middle, it's Willie Nelson. Yeah, that's right. Why can't you be like your sister Doris?
Yeah, my sister Edna, you
Edna.
moron.
Yeah, one of those Ednas. They look alike.
Yeah, he loves my sister Edna. Okay, speaking of, Chanel number 5, she is a prostitute. Okay. She's a prostitute. So I called her up the other day and I said, Edna, how you doing? And she says, oh, Doris, hi, I'm doing good. I said, well, you workaholic. How much did you make last night? And she said, $23.10. I said, wait a minute, you're a prostitute. You made $23.10. I said, who gave you 10 cents? She said, everybody.
What a woman.
Yeah, he loves my sister, but he hates my mother.
What do you mean? I bought her a birthday present.
Yeah, the clapper for her pacemaker
Oh.
with rechargeable batteries.
Hey, but she does make the best hot dog water gravy.
That's true. I have to admit that.
Uh-huh. That's right. Hey, you know, we have a grandson. His name's Billy.
Mm-hmm.
And this past Christmas, he wanted to go see Santa Claus. So we took him to the mall.
Mm-hmm. And Irving lost him.
Hey, how was I supposed to know the Hooter girls were out there giving coupons for their dollar dogs? But anyway, the mall cop found him, and he asked her, who are you with? And he said, I'm with my grandmother, and it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. So the mall cop says, so you're with your grandma, so let's find your grandma. So tell me, what's your grandma like? And Billy says, bingo and dildos.
That's my boy.
But I have to tell you, after that, he looked so cute while he was sitting on Santa's lap. And Santa Claus says, little boy, what's your name? And he says, Billy.
Yeah, that's right. And Santa's like, you know what, Billy? I bet you I know what you want for Christmas. and he takes his finger and he goes, "You want an FOOTBALL."
And Billy says, "A football? Oh, Santa, I want a football for Christmas. Oh my gosh." And Santa says, "Billy, gosh, you are really a smart little boy."
Yes, he is. That's right. And so Santa goes, "I know what else you want for Christmas. You want a TRAIN."
A train. I want a train to go around the Christmas tree. I've always wanted one. Santa says, "My God, Billy, for your age, you really are smart." And Billy says, "Yes, I am, Santa. Now, can I ask you a question?"
That's right. And Santa goes, "Yes, little Billy, you can ask me anything you want, little buddy." And he goes, "Santa, do you like vaginas?" Santa's like, "What?" Take it back a little bit. He's like, well, little buddy, I do like vaginas. Why do you ask?" And Billy's like, "Because I can smell it on your FINGE. Ah! That's my boy.
Oh, typical man. You know what, ladies? Men are morons. Give me a hell yes.
Yeah!
Yeah, and what's in the bedroom? What's this, like, over the shoulder thing? I can barely lift my leg to put on my girdle. You know what? This reminds me of a song. Men, what's the matter with these men today? Men, they never listen to a word you say. Men, they are disrespectful, disobedient hoes. Noisy, crazy, slimy, lazy, loafers. And while I'm the subject, men, you talk and talk to your faces blue. They never listen. Men, they do just what they want to do. Oh, why can't they be like we are, perfect in every way? What's the matter with men today?
You know what? I got a verse. Bronze, what's wrong with all these bronze today? Bronze, you can't make them happy in any way.
How do you know those?
Bronze, listen, vicious, silly, sappy toes. Bitchy, lazy, noisy, crazy divas. While we're on the subject, bronze, they're always shopping for something new. Spending all that money, bronze, you never understand what they do. Why can't they be like we are, perfect in every way? What's the matter with bronze today?
Men, you know we wanna be your sex toy.
Liar!
Men, you wanna your sex playboy.
You don't look like that.
Men, can't you appreciate how we sacrifice? Working, slaving, screaming, saving pennies. Men, never know the losses I've had to bear. I waste money. Men, like the disappearance of his hair. Oh, go on and kill us, 'cause that's what it's coming to. Being married to men like you.
Can you believe this crap? Bronze, all but nagging, you're such a pest. If you never shut up, bronze, you can't see your sagging.
That's not everything it says.
Bronze, can't you want to appreciate how you sleep so hard? Working, sweating, cheating, betting, focus. Now that's what's wrong with bronze. No one knows more I could have had an obedience system. Bronze, I may be kind, but I'm not that fast. Go on, divorce us if that's what it's coming to. By being married to a broad like you.
Why can't they be like we are, perfect in every way?
What's the matter with bronze?
What's the matter with men?
There's nothing the matter with us today. You know, we may be dysfunctional, but today we were married for 40 years. And I gotta tell you, I still love you, Doris.
I love you too, Irving.
It is our anniversary, so you want to go home and play Connect the Liver Spots?
I'll make my meatloaf.
Oh, I love your meatloaf. And remember, guys, don't let your meat loaf.
Good night, everybody.
That's your purse. this shows, right? You didn't take that lady sort of like less.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Now, one of my students is going to come up and do some stand-up. So put your hands together for Gina Lowe.
Yay! Well, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Good, good. Well, I enjoyed that. Did everybody enjoy that tonight? Great, great. Well, last week I spoke a little bit about my grandparents and how I grew up with my grandparents. And I told you guys a little story about my grandfather. He had one simple thing in life, that if he had any problems, any kids, any worries, anything that bothered him, he had one solution for it all, and that was to throw it over the damn wall, okay? So him and my grandmother, they would bicker, and, she would be on him for every little thing that she could, possibly come up with, Arthur, you didn't do the dishes properly. Oh, throw them over the damn wall, Myrtle. And, that would start it, and I mean, my God, the woman should be thankful enough that the man's cooking and cleaning the dishes. She's talking about man a minute ago. Come on, I mean, hello, let's get some kudos here or something, all right? Yeah. So, my grandmother on Sunday mornings, every now and then, we had this great aunt. Her name was Aunt Reen. And once in a while, she would come over. My grandfather would cook up big Sunday lunches, and all the family would come and gather after church. And my grandfather would cook this huge, great meal. And so whenever Aunt Reen was coming over, my grandmother would give very clear instructions to him that Reen is coming for lunch today, Arthur, so you can't put no pork in the rice. 'Cause Reen is the Seventh-day Adventist, and my grandfather, you could just see a big fat tummy and everything, his shirt all unbuttoned, and he's drinking his scotch, and he's looking at her, and he's like, "Now, Myrtle, let me ask you this question. If Reen is a Seventh-day Adventist, and she don't want pork in the rice, and she don't eat pork, if I put the pork in the rice, how the hell she gonna know it's pork if she don't eat it in the first place? And every time I make the peas and rice with the pork in it, Reen will look up at me and say, my Lord, Arthur, that's the best piece of rice I ever had in my whole life. What you got in that?" My grandmother would cut her eye in here and say, "Well, he didn't put no pork in that. We'll tell you that, Reen." This is what I grew up with, okay? These two characters, everything in life, throw it over the damn wall. And he would put as much pork in that rice, and my grandmother would come home and she'd say, "Now, Arthur, Reen's coming. I hope you didn't put no pork in that rice." "Not a drop, Myrtle, not a drop. You don't have to worry about that one bit." So those were two primary characters in my life, but I gotta tell you about the other two. That when we would vacation up in a place called Treasure Key, Abaco, we would visit the neighbors who took care of the house where we would stay. Their names was Captain Bobby and Miss Louise. Okay? Now they speak a little stranger than even I do. They drop their H's. So I'm going to tell you about the situation that happened to my brother and I when we went to visit Miss Louise and Captain Bobby. My brother and I decided one year we were going to go to Treasure Key, just the two of us. So we said, "Well, what are we going to do today?" And he said, "Why don't we go fishing?" I said, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Why don't we go down to Captain Bobby and Miss Louise and find out maybe they know where a good place to fish would be around here, since they live here on the island, they natives." Oh God, what did I do that for? That was not a good situation, let me tell you. Get ready, folks. So, Miss Louise, if you hold on, bear with me 1 minute here. Let me grab this chair. This is how the situation kind of went. All right. So my brother and I get over there to Miss Louise's house, and we knock on the door, and she comes to the door. Oh, Cherry, come on in, Cherry, come on in. I'm like, hi, Miss Louise, is Captain Bobby home? Oh, no, Chavo. That means child. Chavo. I'm trying to do my best to interpret these things. And she goes and she says, got a dress in between her legs. She's watching television. And she's looking at us and she says, what could I do for you, Cherries? I said, well, Miss Louise, John and I, we wanted to know where a good place to go fishing would be. And we was hoping to ask Captain Bobby, but maybe you know. She's looking at television. I'm like, what the hell is this woman watching? I only see him snow and static. And she says, Chavo, I'm watching my story right now. You can't say it too good, but I could at least hear it. I know what's going on. Now, the reception in the Bahamas is pretty bad. So the only thing on the TV really was snow. I'm here to witness that, okay? And I said, well, do you have any idea where we could maybe go fishing? She says, well, Joe, here's what you do. When you come out of here, and you're gonna go that way. Excuse me? Yes, Charles, you're gonna go that way. I said, I looked at my brother and I'm like, boy, I hope he's getting this down because I'm already confused. And she said, so when you go up the driveway, you travel and you go that way, you're gonna keep going and you're gonna come to, on the road, you're gonna come to a place that's got 3 clumps of houses. 3 clumps of houses. You're gonna see them 3 clumps of houses. Daddy, there it is. I said, my God, I don't even know which way we're going from the house. Yes, 3 clumps of houses. So I'm looking at my brother. He's like 11 years old, and he's like, you getting it? I ain't getting it. I know when we leave here. You got something to go on. I don't got nothing to go on. So she says, well, you keep going. She says, now let me tell you, I'm not talking about 1 house here and 1 house here and 1 house here. She's not talking about 1 house here, 1 house here, and 1 house here. I'm talking about 3 clumps of houses right together. Okay? Daddy, there it is. But you're going to pass them 3 clumps of houses and you keep going and you're going to come to the place on the side of the road and it's going to be a big red drum. What the hell did she just say, John? What was that, Miss Louise? John, hold on 1 minute. This story's getting good. Oh, Father, he's going to bed with that. Holy Father, what is going on in this world here today? Anyway, you're not going to go with it. You pass the 3 clumps of houses, and you keep going past them. And when you see the big red drum on the side of the road, you're going to go that way. I'm like, man, these directions are as clear as mud. Okay, Miss Louisa, we turn that way by the big red drum. Yes, Chavo, that's where you're going to turn. Now, Daddy, there it is. Because you're going to keep going up about a mile or up a piece a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit more than a mile. I don't know, Chavo. She says this ain't too good. This TV ain't too good, but I hear it good. You can hear it. You watch the stories. No, Miss Louise, I don't watch the stories, the soap operas. What you watching today? Child, well, I don't know. I think this one is either one life to live, turning into us, the world's returning for the days all lives. I don't know which one. Anyway, we ever saw it again. Oh, you passed the big red drum. Well, what you gonna do now? You gonna come to a boat, and it's on dry dock. It's not in the boat. It ain't in the water. It's on dry dock. Child, it's got one of them engines on it. It has one of those engines on it. And I don't know what the engine is. It's one of them. It must be a Evinrude. Evinrude? John, I think she's saying Evinrude. I got that. Or a Johnson or a Mercury. It's one of them. I'm not sure which kind it is, but anyway, child, that is the point. I'm like, what the hell is the point? She says, that's where you're going to drop your line in the water. And let me tell you something, child, you're going to catch all the fish you ever wanted to catch. But to tell you the truth, you could go about anywhere here on this here island and drop your line over in the water and catch all the fish you want. He's out here. Anywhere? Joe, you could walk right outside my door. You'll see your Captain Bobby got his boat docked. That one is in the water. You could throw your line right there and catch all the fish. Yeah. 30 minutes, you sat there. I walked outside, I looked at my brother, he looked at me. I'm like, you got the directions down, don't you? Because I really don't know where that way is. So if we start not knowing where that way is, we done lost. So needless to say, we dropped our line right where we come from before we went to Mr. And we caught all the fish we wanted.
That's good.
Oh, that's a lovely character.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss, don't forget them people, Miss Louise and Captain Bobby.
Miss Louise.
I don't think they're around anymore, but they must show some character.
The memory lives on.
All right.
Oh, yeah, you got some of that too.
Characters out there.
Oh, man, they stuck his arm.
You look at him like, oh, shit, that's
Hey everybody, we have a special treat. This is Molly. She's part of our comedy group, and she's going to get up to entertain y'all.
Ali! Entertain us.
This is a story of Rindestella. Once upon a time, in a foreign country, there lived a beautiful girl named Rindestella. Rindestella lived in a kitchen cottage with her motherly mother and two sad blisters. In the same foreign country, there lived a prancing Hince. The prancing Hince decided to give a fancy ball and invited people along miles around. Stella wanted to go to the fancy ball, but she had nothing to wear but a bunch of really old dags. So she sat down and swayed. She was swaying and swaying when before her very eyes appeared her Gary Mudfather. The Gary Mudfather felt sorry for Rindestella and gave her a beautiful vest and went home at the Mocha Street night. Stella went to the fancy ball and fell in love with the prince and hints. They manced and didn't. And when the clock got 12, Stella stand down the rails and slopped her dripper. The prince and hints found the slop dripper. And he searched the entire foreign country for the beautiful girl who slopped her dripper. Finally, he came to the Kim Cottage where Stella lived with her mother the other and 2 sad sisters. He tried the slop dripper on the mother the other. Didn't it? He tried the slop dripper on the 2 sad blisters. Didn't it? Finally, he tried the slop dripper on Stella, and it did it. And they were married and lived happily ever after. So the story of the moral is, if you go to a fancy ball and loll in love with the prince and hints, don't forget to slop your dripper.
Excellent. That's excellent.
I was about 6 when I never.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
That's awesome.
That's funny.
That was great.
That was so good.
Well, Stephen, you got something to say about your class or something, anything?
Well, we've heard from Gina and Molly and Jan and myself tonight. We are taking a class, or we are teaching a class here at T-Bones. And in 4 weeks, we are actually going to perform all of our sketches that we've been working on for the 6 weeks that the class takes effect. So 4 weeks from tonight, we will be putting on the whole entire show. And so make sure you come back and check it out, because this is a work in progress right now. But when it all is put together, it's going to be smooth sailing. So at least we hope so, right? So,
One last thing, can you like to do stand-up comedy?
Yes, it's open mic. It's open mic. You already been put out there.
Come on, Indiana.
Whatever you got, we'll take it.
That's what this is all about. This is what you are amongst friends.
I had a weird.
Oh, no, no,
What is this? What are you talking about?
You're on. Hey, you're live. People seeing you over here.
This is a great venue to do that.
Cracking me up right now.
He does have a sense of humor. Come on, Hoosier.
Who knows what a Hoosier is?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I do.
Well, there's a lot of things about a Hoosier.
Well, get up there and talk about it.
Here's the microphone, buddy. Here we go.
Hey, he's rather do sit-down comedy.
Do you want the microphone? Sit down comedy.
Just hand him the mic.
Now I'm like, I gotta come back to class.
I need to know what a Hoosier is.
Oh, yeah. You can explain it. Explain it.
I think you.
Thank you.
Why don't you both do it?
I just want to know what a Hoosier is.
Give us a quickie. Just a quick
Yeah,
one.
you see what you got me into?
Woo, talking about peer pressure. Hey, I think he's a comedy shark. He's like great. He's just trying to psych this out.
I watched Shark Tank Tuesdays on Tuesday. Like, look at these guys. Like, what are these guys doing? Everyone's got a great idea about something. I'm like, okay. Well, we came up with a good idea the other day. We're like, what's the simplest thing you can be doing? Hanging a picture. We're like, what are we going to do with this thing? And we go, oh, all right, we're going to come up with a fucking way to hang a picture. Simple, stupid, right? Keep it simple, stupid.
All right, kids.
If you don't keep it simple, stupid, you don't have anything. So we came up with an idea. No, I can't tell you what that idea is. But that was the way we were coming up with Shark Tanks. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what Shark Tanks. But I think I need to go to the class, so I'll come there.
That's funny. That was good too.
I'll come up with better things next time.
Good job, Hoser.
So just as a reminder, every Thursday we will be here. That's right. So come on up next week, definitely. And anyone else coming up?
Yep.
Feel the thrill.
Feel the thrill.
Let's go, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, feel the thrill.
It's your big chance.
Are they all friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody, Phil, come on up here, Phil.
They're watching.
That's right.
I don't even know if I can do this.
Sure you can, man.
You know, because I'm like up here and everybody looking at me, and I'm just hoping you don't laugh. I'm old. Everybody, you know how you can tell when you're old is when you go to your doctor and they come out and they go, well, you know, you look pretty good for 80. I said, I'm only 65. I said, well, in that case, you look like shit. Oh, okay, well, then, you know, as you get older, you start worrying about your finances. My wife, she said something like, you need to go get a job. And I go like, well, you know, I'm adult ADD. She says, no, you're not. You're LAZYASS. Yeah, you need to go get a job. All right, so I'm like, who in the hell hires old people? And I said, well, how about Walmart? I could probably be a greeter, you know, right? Just, hi, how are you? So I go in there, but they had me fill out an application. And they start getting personal. You know, they're like, sex? And I thought, well, as often as I can. You know, then they were like, who do we get hold of in case of a medical emergency? I said, I hope somebody medical. Who in the hell should I get hold of? So anyway, I decided they were dipshits and I wasn't going to work for them. So I went to Publix. Publix will hire anybody, you know, as a bad boy, you get all these old guys, you know, that run around. So before I applied, I decided I'd watch. And I saw this one guy, and he was a bad boy. And here comes this guy coming with him, and he's like all fit, you know. Got his Gatorade and his water bottles and, you know, a whole bunch of shit in there. And he's pushing it along. The bad boy, not the fit guy. Okay? Get out there. Then he gets down there in the parking lot, and the guy opens up his garage, but he's on his telephone. He's like, so here's this old dude, the bad boy, unloading all this shit. You know, he's like, oh. Now he's got his inhaler out. Trying to figure out, what the hell am I doing here? Finally, he gets him all loaded up. And he's loaded up, and then he leaves, and the old guy, he's like, and it finally dawned on me, he didn't know where the hell he worked. Then he's like, where am I? Am I lost? So I decided third job is the one that helps the lost guys to where the hell they work. That's all I got.
Nice. Thumbs up, funny, I'm crying.
We went over it, and I said, oh, man, you have some good stuff.
Phil, that rock.
Can you believe that? Every week we're like, Phil, come do something. No, I can't.
Oh,
In the house today.
Raising shadows.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good job, Phil.
All
Keep it
right.
up, man. That's what we're talking about.
He thought all that up himself.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That
And
was
each
funny.
week, you can just expand on it and get better. It's fantastic stuff.
Cool.
Anybody,
Come on.
reiterate, no, just reiterate, anybody that wants to be a comic, thinks they have any talent, if you have friends, we're just starting this, tell everybody, we'd love to have a big group.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to have a theater, we're hoping to be able to do this in a real theater.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of
But I
big
think-
plans.
I think this is the perfect venue for what we
For
Yeah.
the show, but for the show, yeah, it's gonna be a little tight. But for-
Intimate.
this is very intimate for
intimate.
the class, yes. But, yes, for anybody you know that's interested, please give them our phone number or.
Yeah.
And every Thursday, T-Bones, when you're watching it. Every Thursday night.
And you can go and check out this episode on T-Bone's Hotspot. YouTube. It'll be there. You can check it out as many times as you want. Check it out as many times as you can, because I think they'll start paying us eventually. It's T-Bone's Hotspot. One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so if you tune in, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for coming.
That was great. That was great to laugh.